the Interloper, aka Stingray, one of the sickest enemies in the entirety of Helldivers 2. We'll break down how to kill it, but first, what does it do? It flies in a Narnia, as you can see, gets close, dips down, and goes for a strafing run, shooting projectiles from the front of both of its wings. These go towards the middle. If you're in the runway, you are going to die. If you're on the very outskirts, still somewhat close to it, it can still hit you, because the AoE is a little bit bigger than the telegraph. Friendly fire isn't with Interloper. It has a decent bit of damage to its own compadres. If they're low enough, they'll just get decimated, and can even break the grounded ships in illuminate camps, or anywhere on the map if you can line up the strafe to hit them. There's a non-zero chance you'll die to an Interloper with no telegraph, because it only shows you about half its telegraph, and that's at the start of the runway, or the start of the bombing. I'm not sure to refer to that as. You can avoid the bombing by jumping with the hover pack and being in the middle. If you're not in the middle, you will get decimated. Apparently it can spawn on level 1 difficulty if you're in a duo or higher. Ain't got no friends, couldn't test that. But I do know it's a medium armored enemy. That means any weapon that has medium armor pin will damage it, including throwing knives. Getting straight into it, this will be a little unorganized. Strafing Run versus Interloper. Toss it against the path, and you'll hit it every single time. If you time it correctly, just be aware of the modifier that makes your call-in time longer. What do you think happens here? 500 kg, do I hit it? Of course I do. First try, by the way. Don't watch the VOD. It's alive, though! What? That's what I'm saying! Bro did not die. Spear can chase it down. You let it hit the jets. Right before it gets too far, you fire it. And just wait. Just wait. I should have my HUD off for this. It'd look way cooler. Oh well. Dead. So sick. That being the case, just because auto-aim exists does not mean it will hit the target all the time. Best example here is the Wasp. I fired too early. Missed. Maybe it's a one-time thing. Did it again. Missed. Wait until it's in that position where it sort of stops and you have the recoil, and then fire 2 shots at the Wasp. Dead. Thermites require servo-assisted or a hill, otherwise you cannot reach it. What do you think happens? Because if 500 kg couldn't kill it, this is kind of a similar-ish thing. It's a dead Mizwar. He died doing what he loved. Flying around in Narnia. Ultimatum. If you don't do the tech or you have a different gun out, swap to Ultimatum and shoot as you're swapping, you won't be able to reach it. That gives you an extra... essentially makes it fire around 70 meters, which is the height you need. Eruptor has been a very consistent 2-tap. It does have very slow firing projectiles, so you have to lead the shot by a decent bit. Machine gun. This and the next 2 options are probably the people's meta versus illuminate. That's on middle RPM. Autocannon on flak mode. I did not try AFIT. I fought this monster for hours, because it spawns around every 7 minutes. If I mess up, that's 7 minutes wasted. On Super Helldive, the first Interloper spawns around 3 to 5 minutes into the match. After that, they spawn roughly every 7 to 9 minutes. I've never seen 2 spawn at one time, but there can be more than one active if you don't handle the previously spawned dude. By the way, they do not care if you're being stealthy. Not one bit. It's the only enemy that just knows where you are. Nice hell bomb. Airburst rocket launcher. Flak mode again. Didn't try cluster. Actually, I did. I hit it. It didn't die. Flak mode. First try. Done. HMG on max RPM. This is a lot faster than I thought, and I kept firing after it was already gone. Emancipator Exo Suit. I missed a lot of shots here. I should not have been HUDless, but I like the way it looks. It's more cinematic. I think it's around 4 hits. Commando. Looks sick with no HUD as well. I panicked. I fired more than once. It's a one tap. I had to make sure it was dead. Reaction time's non-existent. That's my bad. Grenade launcher. You gotta be underneath it. Otherwise, hitting the shots is very tough, but it's around half a magazine. Patriot Exo Suit. You could use rockets. I recommend the minigun. I haven't trusted the rockets on this thing for a very long time. AMR. It's fast and slow at the same time. The recoil on each shot makes me have to sit there like I'm a geriatric sniper. Purifier propaganda. Still one of the best guns in the game, and folks don't want to hear it. It's amazing versus illuminate. You max charge 1 shot and go to rapid fire. You're chilling. Tons of ammo left over. Quasar Cannon. If you find the time to charge a shot and you land it, you're good. Scorcher. Requires a lot more bullets. I may have missed some. I had the HUD turned off. Again, I'm going for the cinematics. I put the screenshot on the screen though. Railgun max charge. I was told it one-shots him. Maybe there's a weak spot I'm not too privy to, but max charge shot into a slugger, it's dead. Lib Penetrator. I couldn't one-mag it. because I didn't try hard enough. I'll be back. Either one bullet being angle deflected ruined the parse, or I don't have enough fire rate to kill it as fast as I need to. I'm leaning more towards that one bullet. Machine Gun Sentry does not have the rate of fire it needs to kill it in one foul swoop. Gatling Sentry has got the fire rate, DPS, everything for this mob right here. I did kill a full HP one in the previous discussion about interloper spawn rates. Antithesis to weapons of mass destruction. The anti-tank. I didn't know it'd kill it that quickly. Damage it dealt to me was also lower than expected. Deadeye is in need of some help. I'm telling you right now, the gun is broken. Something ain't right. Angle deflection, unfortunate. Land a few shots though. 4 to 5 to be exact. Still not dead. Smoking. I land more shots. Angle of deflection again, my sweet beloved. The angle of deflection demon. I land both those shots in the air. That was clean. Let's be honest. HMG Emplacement. Dog walks this thing. I think I missed a bunch of bullets, but it's just 2 HMG barrels, so it's destroying them. Jar 5. Slow projectile. If you can land it, you are decimating with decent fire rate. Drop pod kill, because I had it. I didn't go for it. I mean, it was intentional, as all things are. DCS. Bro, I thought I could out DPS him. I missed a shot, and I got angle of deflection. That's important, because right here, I land one shot in the air, and one shot right there. I just need those 2 extra shots, and I win. Auto Cannon Sentry. I didn't have any expectations whatsoever, and somehow I'm still disappointed. It didn't look at it once. Then I pull out the Rocket Sentry, which is smarter, and it looks at it. It looked at it pretty long and hard, doesn't fire. He pulls back up to the squabble. Sentry's locked and loaded. Fires. Misses by not a whole lot. Stingray pulls away. Rocket Sentry on the half court, going for the shot. Bang. Yeah, he missed by country mile. Goodbye, old yeller. Eagle Cluster Bomb. The only way to kill Stingray is if you land the shell that deploys to clusters themselves. And that's a tall order. So good luck on that. Eagle 110 rocket pods. I don't think that they're fast enough to hit a moving Stingray. Maybe they weren't even targeting it, but in this situation, they just went straight to the voteless guys. Stingray, Interloper. Call it what you want. I'll call it perfection. What an amazingly designed enemy, giving you meaningful counterplay. Telegraphed attack, allowing you to know where it's going to go. For the most part, there's a slight caveat there. It flies slow, so you can shoot it with a ton of different weapons. Medium armor, so the guns you shoot it with will most likely do damage. And the HP isn't cranked at the wazoo, so it dies in a decent time frame, making throwing knives seem kinda crazy. If they threw a bit more accurately and faster, they would be so sick. The only thing I'd change about it, only 2 things I'd change, is maybe have it spawn more when you're playing in groups. Potentially. Or make a modifier that I can select or have on a mission that increases spawn rates. It would be perfect if you could choose the modifier in this case. And it would go really well with this enemy. It spawns at a set interval. Well, a loosely set interval. Modifier increases that interval. My brother made another patch. He's a diesel mechanic, by the way. And out of nowhere, he decided to get an embroidery machine that was not cheap at all and make patches. Anyway, thanks for watching and have a good day.